yeah, oh, okay, but bitch ain't checking on you. I got that swag, I flex on you.
Hi, I'm Tyruto. Now today, I'm reacting to every Yeat album ranked video I found on YouTube. I don't know this guy channel, but I just found it. I haven't looked at it yet, so I just want to react it with y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Check out my TikTok link. I'm trying to go live stream on TikTok. Yeah, let's just get into it.
My name is Cleveland Brown, and I am proud to be right back in my hometown with my new family.
Yeet. This man came in one day and said, I'm gonna make a new song,
like
fuck y'all. And he did. His music has a very unique and difficult to replicate sound. Dare I say more difficult to replicate than Cardi's sound?
What did you say, nigga?
Listen, the point is that I like this man's music. And since I loved making my peer ranking video, I thought to myself that it would be a good idea to rank Yeat's too. The problem with Yeat's music is that his sound is kind of difficult to rank. Why? Let's be honest. Yeat is not one of the most fleshed out artists. When he puts out an album, there will definitely be some skips on it. But man, when he makes a good track, he makes a good track. So I will be ranking all of his albums that are on Spotify and this one EP, Different Creatures, because it has 7 songs and I think that's enough to be in this ranking. Also, one more thing. I'm not the most diehard Yeat fan. It was hard ranking his music. In the majority of the albums, I breezed through the songs without giving a lot of explanations because I just don't have much to say. And I'm sorry about that. I don't know Yeat's sound as much as Pierre's sound, so I'll probably be way less confident with my ranking. But y'all need to remember that this is just my opinion. Thanks for understanding. And with all that said, let's start.
Why is there a hat with a burrito?
Wake Up Call is his worst album. Yeah, to be honest, it's not as bad as I expected. Listening to this album made me realize 2 things. 1, that Yeat hasn't perfected his style at all, and he's still building upon it. And 2, this
That's beginning Yeat, man. That's beginning him, man. Let's chill on the disrespect.
album compared to his sound now is so boring. I didn't expect to like any tracks, and honestly, I think this is the album that I have the least to say. But yeah, admit it and Stay Up were my 2 favorite songs off of this thing, and that's it. I'm sorry, I don't have more to say, but he didn't really give me anything good to work with here. This EP is low-key fire. I'm not gonna lie, I thought early Yeat projects would be hot dookie shit, but man, this shit goes hard, not gonna lie. It's not the classic Yeat sound, it's sorta in the middle of Wake Up Call and the sound he brought to Alive. The beats on this record are generic, but for 2019, they were considered fire. Goat Emoji is one of Yeat's best tracks, and I'm not ashamed to say that. This man did goat ad-libs, like he was going like, bleh, bleh. Yeah, let's not talk about that. Mixed Emotions got a great flow, and I like the beat a lot. He kind of goes off on this track. Can't Think is great too. This is the track that resembles Yeat's sound today the most. And that's it with this album. I would recommend you guys listen to it because I honestly kind of like it. Okay, next one. Mistake me if I'm wrong, but I think the time that 4L released was around when Yeat's music started to blow up a little. And for good reason. This album has 20 songs, and I'm gonna be honest here. Most of them are skips. Sorry About That is one of his best tracks here, and listening to it, you can kind of tell that now he has his own sound. Honestly, I think he sounds like a better Uzi. For really, sounds like Beanie X sampled the Super Mario level at the start, and I love it. Going back to Ella is a Bell song, and sounds amazing. WTF is great. The beat is so fucking good, and I love some of the lyrics on this. Off the Lot is one of the first Yeat tracks I listened to, and I was obsessed with it for a week straight. Oh, and Money Twerk is a Bell song too, also.
My Money Twerk, my money.
I guess y'all
don't like Money Twerk
streams, so I had to mention it. This album was mostly skips for me. I listened to each track and only the ones mentioned made me feel something. This is still a good album though, if you're a diehard Yeat fan, I assume. Alive, I believe, is the first Yeat album with the Yeat sound, and I like it. Always Alive is a great introduction. It sounds so fucking wavy. Died Before is definitely a highlight on the album. Back to Bed is also great. Yeat goes off for another 3 minutes straight. Ecstasy instrumental makes me want to beat someone up. Lifted is good too, but it sounds pretty bland after a while. War 1 is the best track on this album, and I fucking love it. Yeat doesn't stop, and the flow is perfect. And the production too. Oh, and Sleep Talking is nice too. I don't know what to say about early Yeat tracks, man. They all kind of sound the same. Even Yeat tracks now are somewhat similar to one another. This album is on the line between his old and new sound, and definitely one of his most important albums.
85 honey buns.
Up To Me is great. I think this is one of his most streamed albums, and for good reason.
Goat
Almost
album.
every track here is great. Come On is top 20 Yeat tracks.
Come On
Got
is
Rich
fire.
has
Got
a great
Rich is
beat
fire.
by Filthy. Man, Filthy and Beanie X always deliver. Get Bussy is obviously fire. It also
Fire.
got that funny line bell, which I like. Rockstar sounds very similar to past Yeat tracks, but that doesn't stop
Rockstar
it from
fire.
sounding heavenly. Trendy Way is fire. Great verses by Yeat and great featured by September's Rich. Swerved It is top 10 Yeat tracks, argue with the wall. You Could Tell was on repeat for a month straight for me. Turban is top 5 Yeat tracks, and it's the definition of a rage track. Money So Big is solid, but very overplayed. And
goated.
Lying for Fun got a great ass beat switch. This track feels like a prequel to the sound Yeat brought to life. Overall, one of my favorite Yeat albums. Very solid overall tracks, and not too many skips.
We didn't even mention all the GOAT songs.
I put these together because I couldn't decide which was better. These two are probably my favorite Yeat albums, but that doesn't make them the best. Poppin' is a great opener. Never Again Straight Up is
Never
a
Again
must
is
song.
goated.
Double got a great ass flow,
Double
and this
goated.
was on repeat for a week. On the Line is top
On the
10
Line's
Yeat.
goated.
Yeah, how he does it.
How he
I'm
does
sorry.
it. Ah!
Just Better is straight up an addicting song. Jump is something a main character would
Two
play
goated
before he would
songs.
fight someone. Can't Die is another prequel to the
Can't
sound
Die is
Yeat brought
goated.
to life, and I honestly love this chilly, trippy, repetitious rap. Geek High is insane, but Ken Carson sounds a little weird. I don't know if it's the recording or if I'm retarded, but I don't know. I still like Ken's verses though. Still Counting is a great track. Reminds me of Popping for some reason. Big Tonka was insane, but then I
Tonka.
overplayed it and I kind of hate it now. Uzi goes off though and clears Yeat's verses. Can't Relax is Mosh Pit
He
track
did not
number
clear
2. No Comment is generic, but I don't know why I love it. 3G is great.
Comment's
The
fire.
instrumental is
3G.
so fucking unique,
Psycho!
and even if you hate the track, you gotta give props to the producer for this heat. More highlights include Turban, Dub of course,
Yes.
and Love Money.
Pull a bit.
This album is not my favorite Yeat album, but in my opinion, it's the most well-rounded Yeat album. And every
Life
track is
is
good. There are no
fire.
skips on this album and it's consistently good. Flawless
Yes,
is
it
the
is.
best Yeat and Uzi have sounded so far, and I honestly love that
Flawless.
Yeat and Uzi linked up for these tracks. We need
Flawless
a whole
is
Uzi
fire.
and Yeat tape. These dudes have better chemistry than Uzi
They
had
need
with
a
Cardi.
Uzi and Cardi
Oops.
tape first.
Wait, is that a
Whoa,
hot
calm
take?
down with
Well,
that one.
good, because it's facts. Eat shit, my opinion is right.
Whoa. 1629 first before we get Uzi and Yeat. Let's calm it down.
Up Off X is insane. This album got Yeat bringing that chill sound I love. Out the Way is the best Yeat track. Shit got me feeling like this.
Listen.
Beanie X beats are insane, bro. Like, how does one man make something like this? Talk,
Beanie X
although
goated.
being very overplayed, is top 5 Yeat, and the introduction of the track always gets me hyped. Another Beanie X banger. Every other track is good, but these are the highlights. I put this album at number 1 because it has no skips. Even the songs I didn't mention are at the least good, and it's the best rounded album in my
To
opinion.
me, is his best album.
So that's it. I apologize for not having much to say about some Yeat
You
tracks.
do Afterlife!
and freezing through
Nice,
most of
good.
them. Maybe I will do an updated list sometime in the future. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed, subscribe.
big
I would
Peter
appreciate
Porn
that.
fan.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Alright, so that's the end of this video. I'm gonna put his link in my bio. I disagree with a couple things he said, but it's cool.
VDV got it.
Yeah.